Welcome back to the Deep Dive. And today, girl, we are serving cosmic realness.
We really are.
I have to warn you, the material we've gathered today, it is giving everything it needs to give.
Oh, absolutely. This is not for the faint of heart.
No, this is full-on main character energy. So we are revisiting the faith of the Cospecs, or, Colispicism.
And our mission for today is pretty specific. We're going to dissect its family tree, essentially.
The family tree is giving chaos.
It is. We're tracing its roots back to, the high drama of the Golden Dawn's ceremonial magic and John Dee's whole Enochian angel language thing.
And from there, we are blasting off because we have to get into the Fates, handbook for being a benevolent boss babe in the space age. Interspecies leadership.
It's a lot. Universal outreaches, I think, putting it mildly.
Understatement of the millennium. The sources literally frame humanity's entire cosmic purpose as leading the universe toward the manifestation of the divine hierarchy.
And that term, hierarchy, the sacred marriage, that is the key.
It's the whole brand.
It is. The sources are so explicit, they call this a cosmic engineering project. The goal is basically to prove to everyone and everything across all dimensions that we are made in God's image.
And that God is love.
And that God is love. It's a theological claim, but with an actual operations manual attached.
And an IKEA manual for building God. The bar is in the stratosphere.
It really is. And the sources we're pulling from are a journey.
The journey is one word for it.
It's a complete genre bender. I mean, one minute you're reading these hyper-specific Enochian angel tables, which are basically celestial call logs.
Right, with the receipts.
Exactly. And then you flip the page and you're staring at these dense Kabbalistic diagrams mapping out the entire architecture of creation.
And then for a little spice, you get Sufi rituals thrown in.
And the biggest twist of all, a full-blown political manifesto.
The Alexam Union. We're going to get to that. It's just, this synthesis is so wild. It's Western magic, Abrahamic mysticism, and, Dharmic thought all swirled together.
And organized like a global network of seminaries or lodges. It's a highly structured system built for absolute chaos.
Okay, so let's start at the very beginning. The foundation, the core doctrine. Colisticism says there's one big God, right?
One omniverse God, yes. But that God manifests as a divine couple.
The ultimate power couple.
They're an eternal, permanent union across all the eons. We're talking about Eloah and Shekinah.
Okay, break that down. Who's who in this cosmic duo?
So Eloah is the creator, the father principle, the unmanifest, you could say. And Shekinah is his consort. She's creation itself, the divine feminine presence and, everything.
I love a queen who embodies everything. And their union, it's not just a vibe, it's contractual.
Oh, it is extremely contractual. The sources go into detail about the full moon blood contract.
That sounds intense. What does that contract even mean?
Witnessed by, and I'm quoting, the veils of heaven and the gates of the abyss.
So everyone's watching. No pressure.
No pressure at all. And it's all given authority through the High Priestess Collective. And they specifically name Michael William Protomoenus as the signatory.
So you've got this ancient, almost gothic blood contract ritual mixed with modern corporate sign-offs.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
It's a very specific blend, but it gets more complex because within that main couple, there's a threefold trinity.
The Trinity Slay. Okay, this is where they start pulling in other traditions, right?
Exactly. They use these pairings to model different functions, and they link them directly to Hindu deities. The first pair is Jesus and the church.
Okay, classic.
And they align that with the dynamic of Lakshmi and Vishnu.
Ooh, I like that. Lakshmi, goddess of abundance, Vishnu, the preserver. Mm-hmm. So Christ and the church are about preserving and fulfilling the world. That's a serve.
It's a really functional analogy. Then the next pairing is all about the transformative energy.
The glow-up energy.
Pretty much. It's the Holy Spirit paired with the soul or the spirit of the individual. And that is mirrored by Shiva and Parvati.
Okay, Shiva the destroyer and recreator. That's the energy you need for a proper spiritual awakening. I get it.
Precisely. It's the power for that radical personal change. And then we get to the final pairing, which is maybe the most controversial.
Oh, spill. This is where they really rewrite history, isn't it?
This is where they bring the divine feminine all the way back home to the Abrahamic tradition. It's Jehovah paired with Asherah.
Jehovah and Asherah. Talk about peak couple goals, period. They put her back in the narrative.
They do, and they align that union with Brahma and Sarasvati, the ultimate creative and knowledge principles. by putting Asherah, who was, famously suppressed in later scripture, right back next to Jehovah.
They're basically saying the monotheistic God was never a solo act. It was always a duo.
It's a huge act of theological revisionism. It's meant to heal that historical split.
Okay, so the divine blueprint is set. Now, where is all this cosmic drama happening? The cosmic geography.
Right, the stage. The sources divide reality into 3 realms, which are also, importantly, states of consciousness.
And they're using dharmic terms for this, right?
They are. The first realm is darkness, which they define as avidya.
Spiritual ignorance.
Well, yeah.
Not knowing you're that girl.
Exactly. The inability to see what's real. Then you have the realm of matter, which they call maya. Illusion.
But not just like a cute illusion. It's the thing that keeps you stuck.
It's the powerful force that keeps you on the hamster wheel of suffering. And then the goal, the destination, is the third realm.
Let me guess. Antimatter.
You got it. Which corresponds to Bodhi, awakening.
The cosmic glow-up is complete, and the path to get there is the hieros gamos.
The sacred marriage. That's the mechanism.
So how does this marriage actually work as an engineering project? What's the energy exchange?
This is the core of it. The sources say that for this divine union to happen, dark energy is consumed to yield both matter and antimatter.
Consumed, like it's fuel.
It's the fuel. The process balances time and space. It's basically an alchemical formula where you take ignorance, avidya, and you transform it through the sacred union, and the output is a stable, balanced universe.
It's cosmic thermodynamics. So, okay, all of this is happening on a celestial level. It's huge, it's beautiful. But then
we have to get political.
We have to talk about the Enochian Magic. This is where the record scratches for me. It's jarring.
It is the most challenging piece of the puzzle, for sure, because you have these beautiful angelic liturgies that feel very Anglican and ceremonial.
Very high church.
Very. But then they redirect all the blessings and prayers away from, kings or presidents.
And point them directly at a secular socialist icon.
Right.
The dictatorship of the proletariat of the Enochian Magic.
It's a huge leap.
It's a leap off a cliff.
Yeah.
How do the sources even begin to connect universal benevolent love with a very specific, very restrictive communist ideology?
Okay, so the logic they use is all about absolute self-sacrifice.
Now listen.
The argument is that most spiritual paths are, at their core, a little selfish. You're striving for your own personal salvation, your escape from the world.
Okay, that's fair.
The Enochian Union model forces you to stop that. You have to stop striving for personal gain. Your spiritual work, all the energy you generate.
It's not for you.
It's not for you, it's for the collective. Your devotion is redirected to benefit the faith's infrastructure and specifically to produce more energy for Emmanuel, for Jesus Christ.
So your soul is like a power plant for Jesus, but the grid is run by communists.
That is a surprisingly accurate summary, yes. The idea is that the total elimination of private ownership and self-interest on earth is the purest expression of selfless divine love.
Wow, okay. That is a take.
Yeah.
And this is all tied back to that blood contract.
Directly. The contract specifies that the signators will sacrifice for the benefit of the kingdom of God, which they physically locate at a place called the Valengrade facility in Siberia.
Of course it's in Siberia.
And they call Valengrade the gate to Dudali. But, and this is the crucial part, the sacrifice only benefits those who are on board with the communist ideology of the Enochian Union.
So if you're not with the program, you get no divine juice.
That seems to be the implication. It's like the cosmic engineering project has to be grounded on Earth first, through this very specific socio-political structure. Your devotion is literally funding an astral revolution.
It's the ultimate fusion of the sacred and the secular.
Mind-blowing.
So now that we have the theological and political foundation,
A very stable foundation.
let's talk about the tools they use, the actual how. And the influence from the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn is, it's everywhere.
It's completely snatched from the Golden Dawn playbook, their whole initiation structure.
Totally. It gives them that step-by-step roadmap for spiritual leveling up. Take the Adeptus Minor degree, for example. You have to pass 5 really tough exams.
And if you pass, you get this wild title, Lord of the 24th, 25th, and 26th paths in the portal of the Adepti.
Which basically means you've mastered certain parts of the Kabbalistic tree of life.
Yeah.
But the ritual itself is pure theater.
Oh, it's high drama.
So when a candidate comes in, they're understood to be lacking something called the VAC.
The VAC, what's that? It's a Kabbalistic concept. It's like the divine voice, the creative word that speaks things into existence. And the initiate doesn't have it yet.
So they have to be prepped for it. How do they do that?
They dress the candidate in a black robe, and then they're roped and chained.
Kinky, but make it holy.
It's deeply symbolic, right? It's about being bound by obligation and humility. You have to be humbled and tied to your duties before you can be trusted with that kind of creative power.
So the drama is a safety feature. I love that. But the real tea, the absolute secret sauce of this faith, is the Enochian language.
John Dee's angel language. Yes, you called it a cosmic API before, and that's perfect.
Because the code has to be precise.
Unbelievably precise. Dee was obsessed with this. He insisted the angels deliver the words letter by letter. He was terrified of getting the orthography or the pronunciation wrong.
Because if you say the wrong thing to an angel, they might just, smite you.
Or the entire cosmic engineering project just fizzles. The vibration has to be exact. It's a mathematical code for reality.
So what specific Enochian words are on the Coelispicism vision board?
They're all words that feed directly into their mission. So you have Dax,
Dax.
which means the Philosopher's Stone, the goal.
Okay, ultimate glow up.
Then Owado, which means to weave.
Weaving matter and antimatter together. Got it.
Owali or Oili, meaning place or put. The deliberate arrangement of cosmic furniture. And the big one, Fauda, which means beginning.
They're using the angel's own language to weave a new beginning for the universe. That is bussing.
It's a direct high magic application, and they rely on very specific angels to do it. The angels of transformation.
Okay, let's get into the celestial roster, the names.
This is where it gets dense, but it's important. There's 16 good angels who are powerful and learned in transformation. But here's the catch.
There's always a catch.
Each one has a shadow self, a cacodemon whose name is just the good angel's name spelled backwards.
Oh, so working with them is like walking a tightrope over duality.
Exactly. And before we get to the angels themselves, there are these ruling divine names for the elements.
Let's hear them.
There's Enisar EFM. That name rules fire of fire.
Fire of fire. So like the essence of fire.
The pure, uncut source code of fire. Then there's Obava, which rules water of fire.
The fluid receptive quality within the flame. Okay, this is layered.
Deeply layered. And a name that comes up a lot is Owelko, which is a divine name used to bind or command these forces.
So now for the actual angel squads, the 4 directions.
Okay, so in the East, ruled by names like Ai, Ao, Ai, you have angels like Abmo, Nako, Aknam Shal.
And their cacodemons are just those names backwards.
Basically, yeah. I-A-O-A-I-A. That's the vibe. In the South, the Fire Quarter, you've got Apna and Dupe. Their shadows are TPLABC and Zebra.
Zebra. Sounds like a glam rock band. I'm into it.
In the West, the Water Quarter, we have Paco and Adan. And in the North, for Earth, you have Diom and Oops.
Oops. Oops, I just restructured reality.
Pretty much. So if you're an initiate and you're trying to make your Dax, your Philosopher's Stone, you're literally working side by side with its shadow.
How do you not mess that up? How do you not accidentally summon the evil twin?
The petitions are very carefully worded. They focus explicitly on the good angels.
They slide into the good angels' DMs.
And they are demanding. The evocations ask the angels of the East and South to mix natural substances and this is a quote, to make the supplicants' petitions perfect, benignly, plentifully, plainly, and perfectly.
They're not asking for spiritual guidance. They're demanding flawless results in the lab.
Yes. The angels are the ultimate lab techs. The focus is on the material engineered outcome. The belief is if your code, the Enochian language, is perfect, the result will be too. The danger is managed by the precision of the system.
Okay, so we have the magic words and the ceremonial sleigh. Now we need the blueprint, the architecture of the universe and the body.
This is where Kabbalah comes in as the operating system, and Kundalini Yoga is like the internal hardware.
The wetware.
Exactly. The whole project is based on Lurianic Kabbalah. It starts with the creator making Melchot of the world of infinity.
Which is what exactly?
Think of it as the original cosmic vessel, the central point that holds all desire and all light. The starting block.
And from there, creation sort of cascades down.
It moves from above through a series of worlds. Infinity, Adam Kadmon, Absolute, Beria, Yetzira, Asiya. From pure potential down to our physical reality.
And inside these worlds are the parts of it.
The spiritual structures or personas. And the type of part stuff that forms is all based on the intensity of desire of the vessel receiving the divine light.
So the thirstier the vessel, the more complex the structure.
Basically, yeah. The highest one, Keter, can only form from the most intense desire called Dalet. Less desire means a less complex structure. It's a built-in spiritual hierarchy.
Okay, but the sources say the real key, the bedrock, is the difference between the world of Adam Kadmon and the world of Atzilut. This is about the Zimzum.
The cosmic contractions. This is the actionable code. So Adam Kadmon, the first world, came from Simsum Aleph, the first restriction.
What happened there?
It was super severe. The light was pulled back to create a void, and the whole system was based on pure, harsh judgment or din. The vessels couldn't handle it. They shattered.
The famous breaking of the vessels.
Yeah.
A cosmic disaster.
Right, so the system needed a patch, an update. That's the world of Atzilut, which is the result of Simsum Bet.
The second contraction, what was different this time?
This was the game changer. In Simsum Bet, Rachamim, which means mercy, was intentionally included in the code alongside Din, judgment.
So it's judgment tempered with mercy.
Exactly. And that balance allowed the divine light to flow down into the lower worlds without completely shattering everything. It's what makes correction and transformation possible.
So Simsum Bet is basically the metaphysical green light for their whole cosmic engineering project.
It's the reason the project is even possible. It opens the door.
Okay, that's the universal blueprint. What about the human body's role? The internal tech. This is where yoga comes in.
Yes. To achieve theosis or divinization, you have to do the internal work. And it's all about Kundalini.
The serpent power.
Right. The sources define it very precisely as the awakening of prana, or life energy, in the spinal nerve, the Sushumna.
And it's drawing from that huge energy reserve in the pelvic region.
That's the storehouse. And they say the fastest way to wake it up isn't just meditation.
What is it?
It's spinal breathing. They claim it accelerates the process and leads to what they call ecstatic conductivity.
Ecstatic conductivity. I want that.
It's a continuous, blissful flow of energy. And you need that constant flow to be able to handle the high-frequency energies you're pulling down with the Enochian and Kabbalistic work.
And there's another specific technique, the Yoni Mudra Kumhaka.
Yes, a breath retention practice. It's done between the spinal breathing and the meditation, and its job is super technical.
Which is?
To make sure the awakened energy covers the entire Sushumna nerve from bottom to top with no blockages.
This is so detailed. And they bring in Taoist alchemy too, right? The spiritual embryo?
Yes, that's the internal sacred marriage that mirrors the big cosmic one. The spiritual energy, or Jing, is stored in the lower dantian.
The elixir field.
And it's guided up the spine to nourish the mud pill palace, the upper dantian, or third eye.
And that's where the magic happens.
That's where you get the harmony of Yin, the mother, and Yang, the father. Their union forms the spiritual embryo. The initiate literally becomes a microcosm of Eloah and Shekinah.
So your body becomes the lab, and this whole system is run by the word.
Magic is frequency, the power of language. It's the thread connecting everything. D's letter by letter Enochian, Islamic shamanic recitation.
Wait, tell me about that one.
There's a practice of gifting the Al-Fatiha prayer to a desire, but you have to insert your specific intention, wa ila hajati, at the exact right spot in the prayer. The code has to be perfect.
The code is always key. And the Zohar has that wild example about one missing letter in Genesis causing a catastrophe.
The phrase, let there be light, smiora. Sometimes it's written without the letter Vav.
And that one letter changes everything.
Everything. In Kabbalah, Vav is the masculine principle of connection. Without it, the word lights refers to Malchut, the feminine principle, but in a flawed way.
How is it flawed?
As a mirror that doesn't have its own light, that can only reflect. The Zohar connects this single missing letter to the creation of curses and the figure of Lilith.
So a typo created a demon.
A metaphysical typo, yes. It proves that every single letter, every sound is an instruction in the operating code of reality.
Okay. We are built. We are coded. We have the internal power plant. It is time for galactic expansion.
Time to take the show on the road.
This is my favorite part. Interstellar flirting.
Yeah.
Because this whole religion isn't just for us humans.
Not at all. The mission statement is incredibly clear. Humanity's role is to be the benevolent leadership of all physical intelligent lives in this universe.
Benevolent leadership. I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
And the mission is to guide everyone, biological, mechanical, you name it, towards the divine hierarchy.
The goal is to show the universe, once and for all, that we're made in God's image and that God is love.
That's a bold claim to make to a 7-foot-tall praying mantis alien. How do they propose we don't come off as cosmic colonizers?
That's the critical question. And the safeguard is radical flexibility. Syncretism.
So we don't just roll up and say, have you heard the good news about Eloah and Shekinah?
Definitely not. The model they use is something called the Illustrious Order, which studied all other organizations, public and secret.
And did what?
They took the best parts, avoided the mistakes, and then planned to, and I quote, impregnate the entire world with their superior ideas.
Impregnate the world, my God. So the strategy is to find what works in an alien religion and just absorb it.
Absorb it and integrate it. Assimilation through preservation. The rule is to use universal understanding, not one-sided views.
So you have to do your homework before you try to convert the cyborgs.
You have to do a ton of homework. There's a big Steiner influence here that an initiate has to understand every faith on Earth to avoid causing spiritual harm. They just scale that up to a galactic level.
Okay, so what about the really different ones? How do you talk to, like, a sentient machine? Or being made of pure gas?
For the mechanical beings, they lean into panpsychism, the idea that consciousness is in everything.
That nature is not a blundering novice.
Exactly. They'd argue that a sophisticated machine already has a form of consciousness, so you engage with the intelligence that's already there.
You flirt with the toaster, I get it. But what about purely spiritual beings, like ghosts or angels?
That requires a cosmic API, a very specific coded protocol. They point to the exorcism of aerial spirits in the Heptameron.
What's the protocol?
You don't just ask nicely. You use a precise sequence of divine names, Adonai, Elohim, Zeboth, Tetragrammaton, and you link them to historical events where God's power was proven.
You're showing them God's resume.
Yes.
See? He saved Lot. He freed Jacob. He could definitely handle you.
It's demanding obedience based on a proven track record of power. It's a command based on data.
And for beings in the Bardo, the space between lives.
That's different again. Those beings are said to live on odors or spiritual essences.
They're cosmic foodies.
So you can't preach to them. You have to feed them. Outreach means performing rituals and making offerings that provide spiritual nourishment.
Okay, so the whole plan is incredibly adaptive. But what happens when someone or something says, no thanks, we're good? How do you handle rejection? The anti-vibe.
They prepare for it. They look at history, like how Sufism was met with deep suspicion by the Orthodox ulama. The lesson is that established power structures will almost always reject new syncretic truths.
And they have to watch out for becoming fundamentalists themselves, right? The ethereals versus the carnals.
That's the internal warning. That comes from satanic thought, but it's a warning against self-righteousness. They position themselves as the synthesis, avoiding rigid dogma.
So to stay benevolent, they have to practice what they preach. Love and non-judgment. Hell is temporary, karma is real, like in Buddhism.
Yes. The leadership model isn't aggressive conversion, it's leading by example. It's about the successful application of the knowledge.
You just have to build such a great cosmic project that everyone else gets FOMO and wants to join.
That's the strategy. You manifest such undeniable metaphysical wealth that your success becomes its own gospel.
So, what does this all mean? We have gone on a journey, honey. From the chains and robes of the Golden Dawn to the letter-by-letter angel hotline of Enochian.
From the cosmic code of Kabbalah's mercy and judgment.
To the internal nuclear reactor of Kundalini. And we somehow landed this whole divine love story in a specific socialist facility in Siberia. Colisticism is truly next level, period. It's a completely engineered system designed to do nothing less than redesign reality itself.
And as we're thinking about this massive engineering project, it makes me think of something else from the sources. The ancient Egyptians.
The Schwab too.
Yes, the little servant figurines they'd put in tombs.
Right, they were sometimes hidden in the walls.
Yeah.
And their whole job was to do the manual labor for the deceased in the afterlife to make sure the whole transition went smoothly.
And archaeologists find hundreds of them just staring out, waiting to do their work.
They're a patient, hidden workforce just waiting for the command to execute the plan. So if colisticism sees the universe as this huge, engineered system, a construction site for the hierarchy, that leaves us with a final provocative thought for you.
What unseen patient servants, your own personal Schwab tomb, might you be hiding right now? What biological habits, what mechanical routines, what purely energetic patterns are sitting there inside you, just waiting to be revealed and put to work on your own cosmic project?
What ancient blueprint are you unknowingly following, just waiting for the right command to step out and finally start the work?
Find your hidden workforce, understand the code, and start engineering.
You have been deeply and thoroughly informed.